I confuse Monodam for Hilda. How? I mean, they're both. They both have green on them right now, and I don't like it. Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Radiance. Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, Normal Cars. If you know me as the man who is ready for this show to get on the road. We are about halfway through the season, halfway through the Dangan-lympics, and the scores, I would say they've never been closer, but they are actually fairly close between like two separate groups. But really, it's still anybody's game, and we're gonna find out just whose game it is. Hey, nights with some more Danganronpa Hunger Games. Boy, let me tell you, today I was going through the list of Olympic sports that we still gotta get through, that we can get through, and today I said, you know what? It's time for some fantastic gymnastics as I move the microphone to the auditory part of where I direct the voice, where I throw the voice. Let's get into this. We got all these competitors. We have a bunch of teams. We have chaos potentially raining all over the place. Let's find out if it does. Starting off with Flower Power Minofi and Noir, Big Gremlin Energy, Crazy Elko and Anna, IT Club, Chihiro and Futaba, Gamerscore, our tag team champions, Chiaki and Kaede, Bottomless Pit, Akane and Violet, Snapshot, Mahiru and Nahida, and involved with him, Don and Lin. We move on to Team Monotaro, who sees Blank Canvas, and Blank Canvas, our Agents of Chaos, Angie and Yusuke. Anything for her, Mukuro, and Ranmaru, the Pretender, which honestly is still one of my favorite names because it's a song by the Foo Fighters, Chisa, and Akechi. I guess there's a couple like song references as titles in these ones. Debut album, Ibuki and Reiko, Star Pupils, Kawakami and Taka, and Method of Violence, Ashi and Shush. As you can see, we're really like adopting all of the OCs as like official members of the season this season. We've gotten their report cards, and make sure to check out all of their report cards as we go onward. Deep Pockets, Monosuke and Ayato, cut above the rest, Munakata and Amame, Fashion Frauds, Samugi and Shiki, Average Joe, Makoto and Joe, Magic, Cop and Ride, Hajime and Yukiko, and Robo Research returning as well, Randobot rather, and Real Kid Rock. Partners of your new champion of champions, Monokid. We got Allison, we got Leon, Mage Against the Machine, Himiko and Fischl, Eternal Winter sees Gundam and Ayaka, Vengeance sees Sato and Eula, the Boy Sleepover, Masaru and Gin, Undercover Custodian sees Skyline and Yoko, and Locked Up sees Natsuki and Takuto. Green Team, Monodam's team sees Monodam and Queen Damnation. Swift Striker sees Tinko and Sara. Nail Party sees Rantaro and Kana, Full Investigation, Kyoko, and Heizo. Just Monica sees Monica and Monica. Gold Team, who, if you guys asked the last time Gold Team appeared, they should have been the ones on the bracket, but apparently AV screwed AV. Fried AV. It's probably Wednesday AV's fault anyway. AV and Kagi try again to get into that top spot. I tell you what, Cataclysm, the first team for Team Monokuma, sees the Grand Boy and Morgana. Human Studies sees Azuru and Klee. Lie, Cheat, Steal. Klee, who just finished off her rise in WWE 2K23. Lie, Cheat, Steal sees Crazy Oko, Extra Large, and Ranger. Twin Magic sees Kotoko and Kotoka. Go Baron Bunny sees Aiko and Kole, if those are your real names. And Davy Jones's Locker sees Peggy and Michi and. I'd say make your picks, but first we got a couple bits of business to tend to. First and foremost, look me straight in the eyes, because it's time. I almost closed the recording. That would have been embarrassing. We got some wheels to spin, and I think first we are going to, we're going to spin the OC wheel as I pull it up. Because the OC, where are we? Yeah, right here. The OC Agents of Chaos wheel does go up now. Before, it was just at 10%. Now, we're going all the way up to 15%. And that's where things can potentially get a little bit, not like super duper crazy, but you start to see it, you start to feel it. So, without further ado, I don't know why I keep clicking the wrong wheel. It's 15 is in 3, 2, 1. Really a larger chunk than you really think it is. It's quite hefty. In the next 3 weeks, it's probably going to hit. That's just what I gotta say, but for right now, let's see if it does hit as we roll through, as we scroll through, as we keep on keeping on. We see. Will the OC wheel hit? No, it will not, at least not today. But we'll see next time. But that's not the only wheel that we have to roll today. That's just Agents of Chaos for your homies in the, yes, there we go, in the 3, 2, 1. That was just all of them yonder there in the OC side. They could instead be competing for the regular tag team titles, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised because it's big now. It is big. It's a big old wheel, and does it hit? It might. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, that looks like Chaos Raiden to me. That's Chaos Raiden. Is that Chaos Raiden? It is.
Oh, you can't do that! We're still in the middle of the show! Atua is like a gentle grandmother, watching over you and keeping you safe. Hey! You can't talk to a high rank like that! Atua will get angry, you know. So I'll punish you instead.
Pop this bad boy on. For, I think this is, yeah, technically the second episode? No, not the second episode, but I guess the second week in a row. Hey. Let's do it. I gotta change the profile, too. That's why I didn't ask you to make your picks, because now this is actually for the Gamer Scores Tag Team Championships. Some special things could happen today, but we're about to find out just what will happen after I tell you to make some picks, first, second, and third. Big time moment. And the thing is, we could have that advantage change. For a while now, Team Monophony had that advantage. They held on to it for a bit. Can they keep it by giving it to somebody else on their team? Maybe Gamerscore even or Chains, or will it go somewhere else? What would be impressive rather is if Team Monokit took it, because right now they have a singles championship and a tag team championship. Could they get 2 tags? We'll find out shortly. But make those picks first, second, third, because your comments are important. Very important, as I go through some of them, because last week, on Thursdays, which is what it kind of goes to right now, I asked you guys a fantastic question. As I click that X real quick, thank you very much. And that question was least favorite holiday. And you guys gave some interesting answers. Like Anthony Sub, who said St. Patrick's Day, why does it only exist for the color green and leprechauns? I think there's probably a deeper meaning, but I would have to be fact-checked on it. Lamau. But at this point in time, it really is about, more people, at least in America, celebrate it with pinching and green and leprechauns and drinking. Extreme Paimon Phobia says least favorite Valentine's Day, which I think came up a lot. Forever Alone, sad, big sad. Let me see. Who else answered with fantastic? Oh, least favorite holiday from June, and I might actually save that one because I think I forgot that people celebrated that one, so I might come back to that one. We might highlight that one. Matthew, Black Friday because places are too crowded for my liking. Smart. That is actually very smart. I didn't consider that. Opening it all. Least favorite holiday, Columbus Day. I don't really have one, but Columbus Day, honorable mention. Sharmila, least favorite holiday is called Pola Bokasha, which You can go outside and have fun and go to the carnival, get face paint, and Ferris wheel and ride carriages. It's just like Sherlock Holmes. It is fun for me, but what makes it worse is it's in April and it's so hot. I was gonna say, it sounds like a really good time. But when it's hot, all the face paint runs. That's actually a really good answer because I didn't know it existed, and I think that's actually really neat. I really like going through these questions with you guys, not for nothing. Kuzu Soda says Valentine's Day. Cherry Berry also agreed with the one that I'll go through later. April Fools, fair enough, which is like stay off the internet for 24 hours. Columbus Day for Lady Psychic. And Dragon Force Czar with Thanksgiving, which surprised me, but then going into it I was like, fair enough. The cooking's laborious, the dishwashing is murder. Yeah, when you think about like the aftermath. That's fair. And then someone who works in a grocery store, which I can relate to actually, because I used to work in a grocery store long ago in the in my college days. But I would always like go home. So I was never there during like the big holidays, so I never really experienced it, which I think I'm incredibly grateful for. But otherwise, I think I was there for. Because I stayed during the summer one time. I think I might have stayed for 4th of July, so that I remember that one being really busy. Regardless, we'll give it to June, who also brought up my least favorite holiday is April Fool's. I never get to prank and always end up as a target, which is real sad. It's real sad. I really don't do April Fool's too much either, but are you ready? Are you set? Do you enjoy spaghetti? Make your picks, first, second, third, and I guess I should give you guys another fantastic question. What did we do? I keep going back to the conversations I had with my friends on our Monday, Tuesday calls. Let me know. That's what we talked about. We talked about candles, and I was like, because I got a pack of candles recently. I was like, oh, this smells so good. What is your favorite? It doesn't even have to be like candles, but like, what's your favorite scent? Because we went into like scentology, and it was like, I love the smell of like after rain. Someone was like mint, and there was like a bunch of different options. What's your favorite scent? A scent that just gets you going like, oh, that's good. That's real good. Love that. What do you like the smell of? What's that favorite scent? Let me know what your nose knows. Oh man, I think I was the one who said the smell after rain. I also said, I'm a lavender fan. I really like lavender, but I'm gonna make my picks real quick, and we'll get this episode on the road, because we actually do have one more thing that we need to do, don't we? Yeah, I guess we'll do it for Wednesday. He did tell us to do these things, and I guess we probably should focus over on this, because this is coming up next week, actually. Here. No, it's not Inferno. I shouldn't click the Inferno button. I should click the... Yeah. Next. Is it next Friday? It's next Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday Night Fracture. Goodness gracious. And already we have some announcements on the board. Check it out. Right now you can vote on the final competitor in this big time Fatal 5-Way Elimination Tables match. Who will join? Vote right now on the US Aviator homepage. But that's not the only match that we have to announce. Also on the homepage you'll see that there will be a title defense. Trying to get revenge for his stolen friend, his stolen partner. Gozu will go one-on-one for the title against the Gatekeeper. We saw the great Gozu fight off everyone who came his way, but he couldn't fight off a 3-on-1 battle. One starts to think that if it was just a regular 2-on-2, they might have had it in the bag, but they had the element of surprise and they had the element of attack on their side. They had a dark void in their hands. However, that's not the only attack that's happened recently. Backstage, Sakura was viciously attacked by Hilda and almost, it seems, forced to join the Converged. However, at the last second, a very unlikely and former ally came to her aid. Hina made the save, and they dismantled our AWE champion. But they're not done yet. They're going on a warpath. They asked for one match against the duo known as Mew and Junko. And so, I give it to him. Tag team action between those two teams will be coming your way soon, and those aren't the only matches that'll be on that show. What else will be there? Find out. Keep watching the channel. You'll learn, and we'll have some AV Mania announcements too. Soon enough, I'll tell you what. But until then, I do believe it is time to get the show on the road, shall we? And the only way to do that is to... Yeah, I don't know who keeps putting these... So I don't... He's not really missing anymore. But he's real hard to get to. Until he's back, it just feels right to put this back up, don't it? Can we find him? Will you let him in? Well, I sure hope so. You know, we might need a missing poster for Asnir too. He's been gone for a suspiciously long time. Huh. Well, regardless, let's go ahead and let's find out how this bad boy's going. Just a one, it seems. We woke up and asked for chaos, so let's do it. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for just a single resimulation, and the tag team titles are on the line. Gamer score, good luck to you. Blank canvas is the team that technically has the advantage, but will they be able to hold on to it? Let's find out. Let's scroll down and let's proceed. Tag team titles on the line, and the horn bearers, my gosh. This first event, Yukiko, chill. Maybe the soothing sounds of the horns will make you a little bit calmer, Yukiko. Are you calmer, Yukiko? No, Yukiko's not calm. What are we talking about? She's repeatedly stabbing someone with a butcher's knife while laughing wildly. She's okay. Well, not okay, rather. Chiaki smashes Jin across the face with a brick, rather. Gin shrugs off the blow. That's a tough boy. Noir decides to lend a hand to AV because of a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Yoko grabs a backpack and retreats. Monodam runs away from the cornucopia. Ranger stabs Monosuke while his back is turned. How could ya? Ibuki runs away from the cornucopia. Sato ignores the game and goes looking for food. Joe arrives at the arena. His memory is completely wiped. The sole thing he can remember is his name. Kyoko takes a running start and Superman punches Kana, sending her flying across the arena. But fortunately, the bucket stays on her head and breaks her fall. Yusuke finds a teleporter, teleports from right behind me. Kaede runs away from the cornucopia. Sudden urge of dread overcomes Angie as she notices Klee staring at her. Klee, we've learned when Klee gets mad, she'll put you through a table. Rantaro comes to the arena to capture Reiko, a dangerous killer that has escaped from an insane asylum. Ryu runs away from the cornucopia. Avi takes a shuttle from inside the cornucopia. My misspeaking has come full circle. I have done the thing that I misspoke of many moons ago. Peggy and Mukuro fight for a bag. Mukuro gives up and retreats. Peggy stronger than Mukuro, confirmed. Chisa finds a bag full of explosives. Takuto and Monica recognize each other and put their trust in one another. There's a chance that our tag team champions for the OCs could walk out with both titles in hand. Once again, never happened before. Tinko realizes that dying doesn't mean anything in this endless cycle of despair. Looked a little bit further down. She's gonna live it up this game. Violet begs for one of the weapons that Renmaru's picked up. He feels bad and luckily gives it to Violet. Masaru gets down on one knee, proposes to Monica. Monica laughs at Masaru and continues to do so as she just leaves him there. Masaru, I'm so sorry, my guy. Hajime and Don, however, invite Akane, Lin, your own partner, apparently. Don, what the heck? Mona, Aiko, now Monophony, Katoka, and Nahira to a party. A super kick party! Hajime and Don hit everyone with some sweet chin music one after another, kicking all their heads clean off. Decapitation across the nation. Ayaka takes a chuckle from inside of the cornucopia. Crazy Yoko runs away from the cornucopia. Fischl is murdered by Natsuki as she tries to run, the princessin of pancakes. Izuru and Munakata immediately become friends. I think they might vibe a little bit. They might gel. Grand Boy refuses to fall into despair. Futaba runs away from the cornucopia. Kotoko receives a trident from the other cornucopia. Randobot runs away as well. Shiro takes a loaded shotgun, fires it at Heizo. Heizo is like, boom, not over there, boom, not over there. And then he ducks and dodges every single bullet. Incredible. Eula decides to let Avian hand kills a Komodo dragon. You know what? That's why we give you a rerun. I need to pull for you, actually. Kagi runs away from the cornucopia. Shoosh! Crazy Oak extra large. There's a chance that we might have a Shoosh champion. And Mahiru sits each other and give them the best of weapons. Shiki runs away from the cornucopia. Kawakami and Sara engage in a friendly knife fight. Alice runs away from the cornucopia. So does Akechi. Taka strangles Ashi with a rope. Well, it's up to Shoosh! Samugi runs away from the cornucopia. Queen bought a tray of freshly baked cookies. Gundam doesn't get any though. But that's my guy. Anna runs away with a lighter and some rope. She's dangerous and a gremlin. Watch out for her. Michi steps off the podium too soon and blows up. Ayato rips a mace out of Leon's hands. Kole runs away from the cornucopia. Himiko runs away as well. Skyline gathers as much food as he can, and Makoto runs away from the cornucopia as well. It is day 1, and Kyoko almost falls off of a cliff, but is able to earthbend her way to safety. Mahu set up an ice cream stand. Tenko joins as Mahu's faithful assistant. I believe that, actually. I feel like that's something that might happen. Monica makes a slingshot. They're not going to sell to any degenerate males, though. Anna shoots an arrow right into Violet's head. Kotoko gets a hold of my soundboard and starts playing I Want It That Way because perhaps Kotoko wants the championship that way. So, where's on the soundboard? It's right there. I'll allow it. Yukiko accidentally blurts out the fact that she likes Sato in a non-platonic way. Sato declines the accidental confession, saying that she doesn't like her in that way. Samugi, Azuru, and Lil Miss Klee. They are all entirely confused on what an intervention is. They have one for me. For my quote-unquote pancake addiction, which doesn't exist, and they are wrong, but I'll show up anyway because I mean, like, 2 of these characters are real sus, but I trust Klee. Trust her enough to put her into the World Pancake Championship match. Because they all gave me pancakes. You know what? I'll even do it for Azuru. You know what, Samugi? Why don't you get a shot, too? But you know who won't get a shot? Crazy Yoko. As she is literally punched off a cliff by a screaming Yoko, screaming punch club forever. Gin finds my boxing gloves. Now his hands are rated, or his paws, question mark, are rated E for everyone? We'll see about that. The Ultimate Jinx, comment on how well Gundam's doing. Rantaro watches his Gundam, accepts his fate, and walks off of a cliff. That's my guy. Yeah, that's my guy. Grand Boy! Kawakami and Kana hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. I didn't even show up. I already went to 1. Well, they gave me pancakes the last time, so maybe I should have come to this other one. Hazel catches Masaru caught up in a wall, rocking back and forth, sucking on his thumb. It seems like he's lost it probably after that failed proposal. Monodam goes on a serial balloon popping spree. Chisa receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Aito dyes his hair gold, which honestly, not a bad look. Not a bad look. Leon Ibuki, Hajime and Ranger raid Crazy Okaku's largest camp while she's hunting. Ayaka feigns death, tricking Queen into ignoring her. Ha, silly Queen. Joe wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Skyline sits down next to Joe and has a talk with him. Sarah, Ryu, and Munakata band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Kole wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Mukuro sits down next to Kole and has a talk with her. Yusuke prepares the museum for my artwork. It's so wondrous, isn't it? Eula asks for Natsuki's axolotl. Natsuki gets confused. Peggy goes nya nya to annoy Noir. Shiki doesn't believe in palindromes. Kaede becomes spherical. Spherical! AV RKO's Monica from out of nowhere! Off of a cliff! It was sick, it was awesome! I survive! Ranmaru is the best in the world! Don, Reiko, and Himiko get into a fight. Himiko triumphantly takes the both of them out. Takuto confides in Akechi. Futaba drinks cactus juice, starts to hallucinate. Makoto finds a violin, begins to play it horribly, honestly. Much to Chiaki's frustration, Taka stabs Angie with a sword, then revives her with a wish ring, repeats the process until the wish ring burns his hand. Angie runs off. Roundabout doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. It started when an alien device did what it did. It sucked itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Alice 10. Shush! Makes a life-size cardboard cutout of freaking Sayaka to spite Avi. I'm about to say your name regular if you do that again. Don't you dare. I take spite personally. Kage reminisces about season 1, and Chihiro draws Among Us. We lost 19. 19 gone, but it's still the saddest of all moments for Amame, Monosuke, Akane, Lin, Mona, Aiko, Now, Monofony, Kotoka, Nahida, Fischl, Ashi, Michi, Violet, Crazy Hyoko, Gundam, Monica, Dawn, Himiko. And how many people do we have? That's a good question, but we're about to find out. We have, what, 58? Yes, 58 left. 58 remain. It's gonna be a game. We have a ton of people left. Could we lose another, like, half of them just right here? It's just a game of 60. That's not incredibly outrageous to just lose a whole bunch of people, but we'll do a slow scroll through everybody else. Because both members of Gamerscore are still in. That's the big picture here. They could still walk out still, and I say still, champions. Will it happen? I have no idea, but I'm excited to see if it does. Let's go on, let's click proceed. You see everybody who's left. Is your team doing all right? Oh, there's a chance. I didn't realize this. There's a chance I walk out with the tag team champions, me and Kagi, gold team. Wait a minute. Okay, let's proceed. Who would have thunk this could happen? Let's see if it does. As Peggy, Sato, and Avi look for more people to become friends with, Natsuki takes power, 247 million perish. Ibuki berates Munakata for not protecting her better. Randobot goes directly to jail. Why'd he do it? Kawakami, the Grand Boy, Hajime, and Ranger get together to form a rock band. I'd listen. Mukuro hits Mahir with some sweet chin music. Takuto and Kyoko tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. Heizo hops into an inflatable cauldron to make jokes about how's emergency food. I couldn't imagine that. Anna uses all of her mana coins about Avi's wares and despairs for the day. She is loaded, she is rich. And uses some fireworks to distract Yusuke and Sarah rather. But Sarah's only pretending to be distracted. When Angie walks up to them, she kills her. Saving herself rather, not sacrificing. She knows a little bit about sacrifice, I'll tell you what. Speaking of sacrifice, Joe develops an irrational fear of Makoto after having a nightmare about him. Queen develops an irrational fear of Ryu as well. Kotoko is bleeding out. Thankfully, she receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Rantaro takes power. 247 million perish, including Yukiko. Ayato is bleeding out. He gets fresh blood as well. Chat, where are y'all getting all this blood? Or I guess comments, where are y'all getting all this blood? Where? I'm concerned. Kaede finds a care package, but is unable to open it. Chiaki has the whole world in her hands. Kagi grabs Kokichi by the throat. Tenko gets hold of my soundboard and plays a secret achievement music. Well, since we're not really gonna hear it this season. I do declare we will. Masaru challenges AV in Battleship. Masaru sinks my... Okay, now I don't... Now look. I had a misplay. I did. Shush thinks they are the protagonist in actuality. Crazy Oko is the protagonist and Shush is the antagonist. Some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Samugi. Monica and Leon hold hands. Kole dyes her hair blue. If it's like a light blue, it might not be too bad, but I think it would really clash with her clothing. Kana breaks Minecraft rule #1 and digs straight down. She plummets into lava. She had a bucket. She could have like strategized. She should have filled it with water. What is she doing out here? She just wearing it as a hat. Kana, come on. Monodam, Skyland, and Gin ambush Yoko, but she was able to fend them off using only a broomstick. Who would have thunk? Shiki starts a factory that mass produces mistletoe. Is that a threat? No, it's a promise. Reiko and Shiro cuddle together for warmth. Taka starts producing no, why is everyone producing all these mistletoe? It is almost Christmas in July. Fair enough. Noir strangles Renmaru after engaging in a fistfight. Ayaka dyes her hair gold, or yellow. Eula thinks about winning. Akechi dyes her hair purple, which I don't think will be a good look. Well, actually, if it's like a dark brooding purple, maybe. Chisa has a dream in which Azuru is plotting to kill her. Quietly hums, and Alice submits an application to her own squad. When Futaba walks up to him, she says, yeah, you're not getting in. I believe in Alice. I think I would let Alice in. But you all should let the repairman in. As day 2 begins with AV challenging Alice to an anything goes pancake eating competition with Skyland as well, but Alice eats the most. And that's why I said, you know what? Out of respect, I might let him into the squad. They have to take out Sayaka first. But I'll tell you what, he sure is in this match, which needs to really happen like next week. Did this pin just like erupt? Wednesday, V. Gosh darn it. Ridiculous. Huh. Well, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Munakata plants some trees. Peggy, Kagi, and Ibuki make some homemade weapons. Gel embraces spring and plants some. It's not spring anymore, Gel. Those daisies are gonna die in the heat. Makoto plants some trees. Kyoko. Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous tag team champions as they defend their titles and feel the power. It's gamer score. Yes, it is. But will they retain today? We're gonna find out, shall we? Let's do so. As the Grand Boy receives explosive from you guys, Klee decides to lend me a hand, kills a Komodo dragon that swoops in the arena, thank you. Shiro attempts to strangle Takuto, but awkwardly ends up massaging his soldiers, I believe that. Futaba stabs Reiko with a skewer, then hides the weapon and some meat on the bone. Kole is ready for the fight before Christmas. You got a little ways to go, Kole, but I guess. Maybe the fight before Christmas in July. Sato embraces the power of positivity. Yula is exposed to Noir's sensitivity or becomes a little bit more emotional. Shoosh! Asks Yosuke if he likes post. Yusuke says no. Ana goes on a serial balloon popping spree. Gen makes a deal with Masaru. Aika hands Mahiru and Monica an invitation to her birthday party. They both tear up the invitation before her very eyes. How could you? Chisa finds a yeet ball. Yeah, well, yeah, it's delightful. Yoko holds Rantaro's head underwater. Rantaro grabs her arm, pulls her into the lake with her. They are both unable to kill one another, so they have to simply swim away. Leon reminisces about season 3. Natsuki, Chiaki, Kotoko, and Ryu swim in a magical Riley Lake. Hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters all turn them into chibi forms of themselves, they proceed to kill Mukuro with cuteness. Sarah still don't believe in no palindromes. Ranger trips on a comically placed banana peel and falls on his bottom. Ayato decides to lend me a hand and kills Komodo Dragon as well. However, Crazy Oko Extra Large sees this and kills Ayato in a fit of rage. What Ayato did was right, Crazy Oko Extra Large, you're in the wrong. Queen is confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. You're probably partially to blame. Kawakami teaches Tinko some fighting moves. What? What? I guess she is a teacher, but I think in this case Tinko would be the teacher. But you know what? Who knows? Taka shoots an arrow to Nozuru's side. I confuse Monodam for Hilda. How? I mean, they're both. They both have green on them right now. And I don't like it. Kaede, Akechi, that might be the intro. Hajime, Heizo, and Samugi have a scrum baby over who the best protagonist is. I'm sure humble Hajime is not going to say it's him, but I think he might be up there. We'll proceed one more again, and unless there's an arena event, and there's not, we just lost another 9, which means we're within our top 50, I believe, as we had a saddest of all moments for Randobot, Angie, Yukiko, Kana, Ranmaru, Reiko, Mukuro, Ayato, Azuru. Well, as we go on, as we see everybody's statuses, we still have, what is it, 49, 48, 49, 50? 49. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's 49. We still have Noir from Flower Power, Ana from Big Gremlin Energy, all of the IT Club, and all of Gamerscore, and Mahiru from Snapshot rounding off the pink team right now. Red team sees just Yusuke for the Agents of Chaos. The Pretender's completely in. Album debut, or rather debut album, has Ibuki Star. Pupils completely in. Method of Violence does shush as we go on. Yellow team not really struggling too bad. They have Munakata, all of Fashion Fraud, all of Average Joe. They have Hajime, who has AKOs. They have Robo Researchers Ryu, and that's a lot of them. Team Monokid are doing okay too. All of Kid Rock, all of Vengeance. I think they might have the most full teams in, and they also have Ayako from Eternal Winter. Team Monodam has Damnation completely in. They have Soap Strikers completely in. They have Nail Parties, Rantaro, Full Investigation, and Gold Team completely in. They also have Monica. Cataclysm has Grand Boy. They have Cleve for Human Studies. Lie Cheat Steel completely in. Twin Magic has Kotoko. Go-Go Baron Bunny with Kole. And Davy Jones's locker still has Peggy, but we gotta go on. We got 49 left. It's gonna be a show of shows to still get through, and as we get through them, Monica hugs Ryu. Ryu doesn't like it and kills her for it. Well, I mean, that does tend to happen. Futaba confesses love for Ibuki. Ibuki lovingly embraces her, accepting the confession. Two different kinds of embraces. One murderous, one emotional. One very emotional, the other one just emotional damage. Taka quietly hums. Shoosh! Dies trying to escape the arena. Is shooshed. Kole dyes her hair blue again. I guess she's very decided on this hair color. Gin berates Kaede for not protecting him better. Klee sets off, yeah, you better protect Gin better. He's walking out with these titles. Klee sets off an explosive, killing Queen and Chihiro. Kyoko works at Yoko's and is sick and tired of people from AV's burning it down, so she burns down AV's wares and despairs. I'll remember that. Munakata and Yoko create their own secret code language so they can easily communicate without any unwanted eavesdroppers listening in. Kage is just Makoto's split personality given form. He has a split personality? I never knew. Hajime, who I figured had a split personality, respects Monodam, doesn't love him, but he respects him. Avi throws a Molotov, or at least what he thinks is a Molotov at Chisa. Turns out it was just a rag, it's not even on fire. Anna threatens Masaru in fluent Japanese, not with a good time though. Eula dies from thirst. Joe, Skyline track down and take out one half of the tag team champions. Chiaki is out of this match. Natsuki accidentally burns down Avi's. I'ma let it slide because it was an accident. Sarah thinks she's the protagonist. Well, she is the samurai woman, right? In actuality, Aika's the protagonist and Sarah's just the antagonist. Oh. What does that mean? Sato and Crazy Yoko Extra Large have a tea party. When reaching for the kettle, Sato knocks it over, spilling imaginary boiling water on Crazy Yoko Extra Large's lap. It burns like the real thing. You're taking her legs away from her. Sato, that might be the wisest thing you've ever done. Grand Boy rests in a fruit tree. Akechi shakes that tree to retrieve the fruit, but causes this cat to fall over, killing them both. The cat just perishes from the fall, but Akechi's actually very allergic to cats. That's what takes him out. Takuto, bleeding out, but gets fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Tinko finds some DDR. Is she a good dancer? I'm not sure if she is, but she still knocks it out of the park. Leon unknowingly eats toxic berries. That seems like murder to me. By Barry. Murder by Barry. Dang it, nature. Always killing people and whatnot. Becky defeats Shiki in a fight but spares her life to Tsumugi. And Noir want cool nicknames similar to Ophelia Dusk and Odin Dark. Kawakami and Mahiru have a tea party, and the boiling water spills over on Mahiru's lap. It burns like the real thing. Also, I think she's wearing a skirt. Would hurt so much worse. She's got like bare leg. Kotoko chases Alice, Yusuke, and Rantaro trying to enforce a curfew, and Heizo tends to Ranger's wounds. We go on to day number 3. As Masaru and Kagi argue over who gets to like the red Chaos Emerald. Aika and Kaede enter a rebuttal showdown. Ranger makes a poem for Yusuke. Munakata is trapped in a box. Is he dead? Is he alive? Proceed and we'll find out. Avi and Anna build a shelter but have, you know, conflicting ideas on interior design. It would seem that Hajime and Crazy Yoko Extra Large have come to a standstill in Tarzan's forest. Klee is working on an ad that will appear in the next episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Takuto works for Avi's wares and despairs, and is sick and tired of so many people burning it down or defecting to Yoko, so he burns down Yoko's. Luckily, Futaba, who works there, just bought insurance just last week. Unfortunately, though, Mahiru, Sarah, Alice, and Tinko, and Monodam all got burned alive in the fire. Yeah, Takuto still considers this a win. I do too. Kawakami embraces spring, plants some roses outside of her camp. Those might still survive, actually, if it's just like a rose bush. Ibuki starts a petition to change American Meatball to soccer. Why? What? Why? Peggy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Tsumugi was being a clown. Ryo overhears Makoto and Shiki talking in the distance. Taka asks if he can be in the World Pancake Championship. I say yes, because I'm pretty sure you're already in there, aren't you, Taka? Yeah, I was gonna say you're definitely in there already, so yeah, you can be in there because you're there already. Heizo and Yoko make a list of chores for Satos to complete. Natsuki convinces Skyline not to kill her, only to kill him instead. Scandalous. Gin is full of it. What does it, you may ask? Death. Who put that in him? Chisa. Her hat matches very well with her giant robot. Kyoko, Kotoko, and Noir make some weapons together. They're actually probably some very cute weapons. Rantaro performs the Norian tradition of making Joe close 5 minutes after they meet, and Kole sees smoke rise in the distance, but decides not to investigate. I'll tell you what that is, Kole. It's probably a freaking Korok seed who wants to be reunited with his friend, and on principle, I'm not gonna reunite them. We lost 16. It's the saddest of all moments for her. Monica, Shush, Queen, Chihiro, Eula, Chiaki, Grand Boy, Akechi, Leon, Mahiru, Sarah, Alice, Tinko, Monodam, Skyland, and Gin. Most excellent. We must continue. We'll see everybody's statuses first and foremost. We're getting into the thick of it. Because 16 was a light in comparison to what we have left. We got 33. There's a good chance we'll probably see the feast in another 2 days. We got, I think, just 3 remaining from Team Monophony. Oh no, they have 4. I can't count. But one of them is the champion, so they have their shot. They have their opportunity. Anything for her, blank canvas, still have, oh no, anything for her is out. Yusuke still remains. So does Chisa. Debut album has Ibuki. Kawakami, Star Pupil's completely in. So our Average Joe Fashion Fraud, Hajime from Magic Carpet Ride, Ryu from Robo Research, Ayaka from Eternal Winter, Sato from Vengeance, Boys Sleepovers Masaru, Undercover Custodians Yoko, and all of the tag team champions for the OCs. Nail Party has Rantaro, Full Investigations completely in, and so is Gold Team. And lastly, we see Cleve from Human Studies, Lie, Cheat, and Steal completely in, Twin Magic Stars Katoko, Go-Go Baron Bunny has Kole, and Davy Jones's locker still has Peggy Cell. How y'all think this is gonna turn out? Tag team championships on the line, 33 people left, and how will this go on? As Kagi and Sato discuss if that big stone is a boulder or a rock, Samugi and Takeda settle their disputes over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Who do you think wins that match? Who? Futaba and Takuto, the rest of this event is not welcome to school environment, but are they still alive? Peggy ain't afraid of no ghosts. Ava has a quick prayer to a tool before going to sleep for the night. Ranger, yes, queen. Kaede dyes her hair purple. Ibuki, oh my gosh. Ibuki, Masaru, Hajime, and Kole all find a big red button. They all watch and over as Ibuki presses it. You've doomed us all, they say, as a bomb comes down and kills all of them, including Ryu, who just happened to be close enough to the explosion. We haven't seen this one happen in so long. And it just took out 5 of our competitors. Kawakami unknowingly eats toxic berries. Natsuki rushes and panics to cure Kawakami and succeeds. Rantaro, Yoko, and Joe track down and kill Munakata, rest in peace. Ayaka tells Makoto to parry this, you filthy casual. Unfortunately, Ayaka doesn't know that Makoto was already dead and wasted ammo. Ayaka, come on, you gotta do better. But at least you're still alive, I guess. Chisa and Klee have a pose off. Chisa wins. Anna sings Yusuke a lullaby. Heizo and Kyoko huddle together for warmth. Crazy Yoko Extra Large has the whole world in her hand. Shiki severely injures Katoko but puts her out of her misery. And Noir says it's time to get dire today with some docs. Shall we keep going? I think we must. As day 4 begins, it would seem that Sato and Joe have come to a standstill. In Tarzan's force, Ayaka hopes that Avi doesn't jinx her. Anna makes a dirt statue. Yusuke knocks over the statue and Anna decapitates Yusuke. Decapitation across the nation. Uses his head instead. Kaede reminisces about season 4. Kyoko is the best in the world. Crazy Yoko Extra Large creates her own super identity and lists Shiki as her sidekick. Chisa sips on apple cider. I could use some more apple cider. I might get some more apple cider, y'all. For those in the know, who know I had that big old box, it might happen again. Cleve, I'm really feeling it. Cleve plays Patty Cake, Baker's Man, and Taka probably enjoyed playing. I'll tell you what. Heizo steals a tray of Kagi's freshly baked cookies. Avi thinks does Rantaro's free time event. Avi thinks he's gotten closer to Rantaro today. Takuto finds the left half of Samugi's body. Who could have done this? Kawakami completely freaks out upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Yoko tosses a discarded dumbbell into Natsuki's head. One half of the OC tag team champions gone. Futaba plays Patty Cake, Baker's Man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Peggy and Futaba do play, and Ranger kills Noir as she tries to run. We lost another 12 out of our 33. We must give a saddest of all moments for Ibuki, Masaru, Hajime, Kole, Ryu, Munakata, Makoto, Katoko, Yusuke, Samugi, Natsuki, Noir. 9 plus 10. 21. We got 21 left, but no new champ alert because Kaede from Gamerscore is still holding on, and there will not be a Chaos Transferal because all 3 members of the tag team Agents of Chaos are out of this one. Honor for Big Gremlin Energy, IT Club's Futaba, and this is still the title that Chihiro needs. Chihiro never been a tag team champion. As we scroll on, we see Chisa as the Pretender Star Pupils completely in, good on them. Cut above the rest completely, they're completely out. Fashion Pretzel is Shiki. Just like Kakimaki. Oh man, that might need to be a team. Average Joe has Joe. And as we go on, we have Eternal Winter's Ayaka, Vengeance's Sato, Undercover Custodian's Yoko, Locked Up still has Takuto, Full Investigation and Gold Team completely in, Nail Party still has Rantaro, Lie Cheat Steals completely in as well, Human Studies has Klee, and Davy Jones's Locker has Peggy. We must go on, 21 remain. There's a chance we see the feast today. As we go on, I don't know why I did that, I knew that there were 21 left, but let's go on, let's proceed. Will we see? Crazy Yoko extra large. Kawakami start kicking Sato for no reasons. Kagi finishes her nighttime coffee before joining in. Nighttime coffee, I still don't get the prospect of that. It's time to go to sleep, and then coffee. Let's stay up a little bit longer. Kyoko tries to treat her infection. Ayaka, Taka, and Anna talk about their pet peeves. Kaede dyes her hair purple. You know, I mentioned lavender earlier. Lavender, the color, might be a good hair color on Kaede. Shiki cuts off both of Peggy's arms. Rantaro says to Joe and Ranger, I have to go now. My planet needs me. Then flies away. Rantaro died on the way back to his planet. Klee kills Avi as he tries to run. Klee, how could you? Klee, why? Yoko delivers an intense motivational speech to Chisa and Futaba, inspiring them to give it their all this game. And Takuto puts his trust in Heizo, allows them to fall backwards. Heizo does nothing and watches them fall down. How rude. We come to day 5. No feast. Movie going on, we see Joe finds Shuichi Satin, puts it on. Takuto works at Yoko's, which happens to be hiring. Chisa is horrified when Kyoko goes to a job interview for it. Shiki kills Futaba with a sickle. Rest in peace to the IT club. Rangers, unknown sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends. Crazy Yoko extra large plants flowers around Anna's campsite. Anna screams from behind her, hello, I'm still alive. Crazy extra large simply says, for now. Ayaka has balloons. Klee comes and pops them. Klee's on a warpath today. I don't know why. Hey, so and Peggy are made into grotesque human dioramas by Kawakami. Oh my. Kawakami's on a warpath now, apparently. Yoko's unknown sponsor is Sayaka. Avi's not gonna like that. They can't team up, though, because that's against the rules. That's against the law. Kaede almost falls off a cliff, but is able to earthbend her way to safety. Kagami wants a nickname similar to Sharpshooting Steel-Minded Big Sister Sarah. Sato wants Avi to give Donuts a chance, and Tako mistakes the year of the Zenith for the year of the Ascent, even though it's the year of the Radiance, and is promptly killed for. We lost another 6. And so, final 15. After this, saddest of all moments for Rantaro, Avi, Futaba, Heizo, Peggy, Taka. And because of that, I believe no full teams are completely in, right? Big Gremlin Energy has Anna, Gamer Score, the tag team champion, still have Kaede, Chisa for the Pretender, Star Pupil has Kawakami, Fashion Fraud has Shiki, Average Joe has Joe, Vengeance has Sato, Ayaka for Eternal Winter, Locked Up has Takuto, Gold Team has Kagi, Full Investigation has Kyoko, Human Studies has Klee, and I may have been wrong because Lie Cheat and Still both do remain. I thought for a moment that in the event that Rantaro died, Ranger died, but that is not the case. So we go on. Still 5 more into your Saving Grace picks, but we ain't there yet. We'll probably see your Saving Grace picks next round. We'll probably see the feast this round. Let's see what plays out as we proceed. Takuto, Joe, Anna, and Yoko form a rock band. I feel like Joe would really do well. He would thrive in a rock band. He's got that rock band energy. Shiki catches Kyoko with a giant box of comically placed banana peels. Ranger sings Ayaka a lullaby. Kaede screams into the void. Klee submits an application to join the squad. Chisa walks up to her and says, yeah, you're not getting in. I guess you did just kill Avi, so you know, maybe not. Sato, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and Kawakami find the Triforce. They each take a piece for themselves. Sato now has the Triforce of Courage, Crazy Yoko Extra Large the Triforce of Wisdom, and Kawakami the Triforce of Power. Kagi breaks Minecraft rule number 1 and digs straight down, plummets into lava, and that might be... I think that secures it for Takuto. Yeah, that's the last OC standing. That secures it for Takuto to join the OC bracket, I think. The OCs did not get along too well today, but we will proceed. It is indeed the feast, as I expected. As the cornucopias replenish with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families, Chisa decides not to attend the feast. Kyoko is unable to convince Ayaka not to kill her, and thus, Kyoko has perished. Klee gathers as much food in the bag before she goes fleeing, because she's like, I don't want to be here. Crazy Extra Large decides not to attend the feast. Shiki decides not to go. Ranger's not going either. Yoko is unable to convince the tag team champion not to kill her, because she wants to retain that title. Anna decides not to go. Joe takes a staff lean on the cornucopia. Takuto throws a knife into Sato's head and Kawakami falls into a pit and perishes. We are dwindling fast, and as we keep on dwindling, Ayaka gets turned into a Fall Guys bean. Chisa reminisces about Season 2 and Kaede drops a tree down which falls on Anna, killing her. Ranger accidentally blurts out the fact that he likes Shiki in a non-sonic way. Shiki declines the confession rather, says she doesn't like Ranger in that way. Crazy Oak Extra Large makes a poem for Joe, who wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else, and Takuto isn't crying, he's sweating from his eyes. Do we have a full set? For our saving grace picks? Not quite, we lost 6, not 5. So we're at your final 9, and after this final saddest of all moments for Kagi, Kyoko, Yoko, Sato, Kawakami, Anna. It is your final 9, and you know what that means. There's your final 9 and 2 tag team champions are still in. That's wild, and 1 team is still completely in. That's also wild. So that means I have to ask you just one question. Do you need some new picks? You might and you might not. But I'll ask anyway. Because it's championship action. It's within your final 10 and I'm going to allow you to make some new picks and they will be your saving grace picks. First and foremost, the red light has not flashed. There has been no alarm for the new champ alert because Gamerscore's Kaede, the only Triple Crown champion in the history of the Danganronpa Hunger Games, is still standing tall and still wants to retain that title. Can she do it? If there's anyone who can, I think it might be her. The Pretender still sees Chisa. Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. And Chisa, winner of the first ever Ladies Rumble, going on to AV Mania 2. Can Chisa walk out as tag team champion today? Who knows? As we keep on keeping on, we see Shiki from Fashion Fraud. A team of 2 could walk out tag team champions today. Just her and Samugi competing together this season. Can they come out on top together today? Average Joe with Sojiro and Makoto. Joe still stands tall. He will not be sacrificed today. Will he be victorious instead? Will he win this main game? We'll have to wait and see. Ayaka from Eternal Winter, blinded by ice. Can she find a warm spot in her heart for those tag team titles? Locked Up's Takuto. They won the titles this season premiere for the OC tag teams. Can they walk out as dual champions? That's the only way we can walk out with dual champions today. Could this OC team be the first team to hold both the OC tag team titles and the regular tag team titles at the same time? It's a big possibility. Human Studies all the way down. Klee was on a little bit of a warpath but has calmed down. But will that aggravation build up again, and will she be able to capitalize on it and finally lie, cheat, steal? The final piece of the puzzle, they're both completely in. They now have a 2 out of 9 chance where everyone else has a 1 out of 9 chance. Can they hold on to those odds? Crazy Oak Extra Large and Ranger. Those are your picks, make them. I'm also going to do some pointing out that no points will be had for Team Monodam, and Team Monodam, I mean, they didn't need them. But other teams might catch up, because right now, it's impossible for Team Monokid to sweep. It's impossible for Team Monosuke to sweep. It's impossible for Team Monotaro to sweep. It's impossible for Team Monophony to sweep, but it is still possible for Team Monokuma to sweep, and they could use a sweep more than anybody. I'm gonna make my picks then. For first, I'm gonna take Ranger, because I think both of these competitors, Ranger and Crazy Oak Extra Large, they're both a little bit wild in these games sometimes. Will they be wild enough to win the tag team titles? The last time Crazy Oak Extra Large won had the tag team titles was in the Dangan-lympics with the Entourage. Could she do it this time instead with Lychee and Steel and a member of the squad in Kokichi? We'll see about that. For a second, I'm going to take Joe for Average Joe because he's just a good boy. We love Joe. I'm going to take Chisa. I'm going to take Chisa for third because she's held on to the singles title before. I think she might hold on to the tag team titles today, and one day she might find herself with a World Pancake Championship, but it's your final 9 and the tag team titles are on the line. But because it's championship action, things get serious. 9 competitors, 1 Goal. Ranger. Crazy Hyoko, extra large. Klee. Takuto. Ayaka. Joe. Shiki. Chisa. All fighting for Kaede's tag team title. One opportunity, one heartbeat, the same pulse and determination and fate as that of a samurai woman. Final 9. Let's see what unfolds as. It starts off with Joe sneak up on Crazy Yoko, setting her camp on fire, killing Crazy Yoko extra large. Goodness gracious. Ayaka eats a turducken yum, hopefully she can walk it off during the game. Shiki asks Chisa to murder Kaede, to which Chisa declines rather. Shiki then offers Chisa a Scooby snack to murder Kaede. Kaede is dead. It was the power of the Scooby snack. It is indeed a new champ alert. And so, Klee finds a virus in the simulator and exterminates it. Takuto gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the song over again. That's fine by me. And Ranger stays awake all night. So now, from 9 to your final 7, we see Joe severely injures Chisa but puts her out of her misery. Ranger exclaims, "Not the Komodos for every reason in particular." Ayaka was crushed by a falling anvil, and Klee gives Takuto her blessings to marry Shiki. Takuto and Shiki have no idea what she's on about. And outside of any arena events, as we proceed, we are down to an arena event. I guess we're taking that back, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and play a little bit of a Rumble Heart because, you can't predict a flash sale at AV's wares and despairs. Takuto rather, gets a free sample. Ranger and Klee snag coupons furiously from the shelves. Joe gets his leg caught in the automatic door, and Shiki takes too many free samples and is killed off by security. That brings us down to 4 instead. It's Takuto, it's Ranger, it's Klee, and it is Joe. It is locked up. It is lie, cheat, and steal. It is human studies, and it is average Joe. As we proceed, there shouldn't be anything else, but it is indeed 5 gone, 4 remain from our final 9. And the saddest of all terrible terrible turnabouts. That's the word, 4. Crazy Yoko, extra large. Kaede, Chisa, Ayaka, Shiki. So, we now come down to this. No points for Team Monophony. No points for Team Taro. Potential points for Team Monosuke. Potential points for Team Monokid. No points for Team Monodam. And Final 4 guarantees points for Team Monokuma, but it's all about what that spread is going to be. That's the big picture. The bigger picture is somebody's walking out with these titles. Who will it be? Will it be Joe? Will it be Takuto? Will it be Klee? Will it be Ranger? All of them are all caught in what we like to call within our final 5. In championship action, our final 4 here, a Golden Crises of Fate. Joe, Takuto, Klee, Ranger. Average Joe, locked up, human studies, lie, cheat, steal, seize. Klee fears Yuta. In fact, she fears all Asahinas. Takuto tried to set up a trap, unfortunately ends up trapping himself, and Joe stands outside of Ranger's camp with a candy pail. He's going trick-or-treating. Ranger gives Joe a knife to the chest. And then steals his hair clip. It is Klee, it is Takuto, and it is Ranger. As we go on, it's canon! Klee. No, hold up. We're like we could do the regular shabazz and be like, oh my gosh, let's play the new music. Look at how perfect this is. Klee, goes fish blasting, placing a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. That's her event. That's her event, you guys. It's her event. Y'all want to do it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. It is with great pride that I finally get to say, Klee places a bomb next to the river to explode some fish. The blast catches Ranger and Takuto in it as well. And so what does that mean? It means that Ranger's gone, it means that Takuto's gone, and it means that earlier on we saw Joe perish as well, which means there is one final fallen tributes. So say it with me together. After this terrible turnabout for Joe, Ranger, Takuto. Well, we'll see everybody's statuses. You know what this means. Everybody's gone, except for... She did it in style. She earned points in style, and your winner, wait for it, your winner, wait for it. Your winner. The Queen of Fish Blasting. After this week, we saw her win her first SmackDown Women's Championship. We could talk many moons about everything she's accomplished this week, but this time with Azuru, with Sophie. Studying has paid off. They've learned together. They now know together what it takes for humans to work together, for humans to succeed. Klee has brought them together. And now they are your new Dangan-lympic Hunger Games Tag Team Champions. Human Studies takes the win. And what a much needed victory for Team Monokuma, because getting first and third puts them legitimately right back into the running, which is phenomenal. That's how the Dangan-lympics works. It always gets a little tense right around the midpoint, but look at this. Human Studies, your new tag team champions. Am I proud of them? Absolutely. I sure am. I'm especially proud of Klee. Klee has come a long way. Klee has come a long way. If only Chi-Chi could follow in her footsteps. We'll see. Although I guess Chi-Chi was a Dangan-lympic Hunger Games. No, she wasn't. I was gonna say, was a Dangan-lympic Hunger Games tag team champion before Klee, but that's not true. Klee was already a tag team champion. This is her second tag team championship, actually. She was a part of Boom and Gloom. And then they won the tag team titles. They also earned the block. This is her second tag team title. That's honestly really incredible for a non-Danganronpa character. Good on you, Klee. I am proud of you. Takuto took second and Ranger took third. That's the story of this. Gamer score, you had a good run. You had about a half-season run. But Klee said it's my time to shine. This is my week. It is indeed Klee week. Do not forget about it. Joe in 4th, Shiki 5th, Ayaka 6th, Chisa 7th, Kaye Day in 8th, Crazy Controllers in 9th, and rounding off your top 10 was Miss Anna. Lady Anna, actually. That is an Anna. As we first and foremost go up to the brackets first, we see your new tag team champions and gold medalist in gymnastics, Human Studies. Taking that victory over to the OC side, we see locked up Takuto and Natsuki. They're there as well. And moving onward, this is the part that I'm excited about. Look at what this has done to the scoreboard. Team Monokuma has been kind of creeping up. They've been getting like small points every week, or every like couple of weeks. Getting small points is enough to like keep you in there, because when you score big, and they scored big today, they've jumped all the way to 80 points. All the way to 80 points because they got 2 of the points that are in this episode. They got a big 35 points. It's crazy. We also see Monotaur staying the same, Monophony staying the same, Monosuke staying the same, but Team Monokid did rack up some more points, so they pushed themselves a little bit further ahead to 130. Not out of shooting distance, but I'll tell you what, second place is a much closer game. It is a much closer game. There is a tie at 80 with Team Monodam and Team Monokuma now. There's 95 with Team Monotaro, 75 with Team Monophony, only 5 off from those 80s. 50 seems like it's a little bit low, but it's not really that low because you know what? 25 points, 1 win gets you right to 75. You capitalize any of those other spots, it's crazy. That's the magic of the Dangan-lympics, and we'll scroll through and see everybody who's in this one. You know, Gold Team came real close, but not really as close as Takuto. They earned that one. They almost walked out double champion, which is wild, which is crazy. But it only took a matter of moments and a couple of bombs and a little bit of fish all over the place to see who was walking out as tag team champion in this game of 77. Congratulations to Miss Klee. Human Studies take the victory. We'll proceed one more again, and we can see it all started with Yukiko being a maniac. But it all ended in perfect fashion. You look around and you say there is no perfect ending, and then the meme shows right there that Klee has placed a bomb next to her to explode some fish, exploded her 2 remaining opponents, and won the tag team titles. Will proceed. That is all she wrote. Tomorrow, actually, Dawn had 8 KOs and Hajime too. You remember they started off with the super kick party. We thought that they were gonna go wild and crazy this episode. Dawn perished a little bit early, but maybe, you know, making a mark there, making a mark for her team. Takuto with 6, Ibuki with 5, Klee with 5, Joe with 4, everybody else with 3 or less. That's our game. That is our game. Those are our top 10 teams. You know what's happened. You've seen what's happened. It's been absolutely glorious. We'll go back to the reaping one more again and congratulate a part of Team Monokuma, your new tag team champions, Human Studies. Acknowledge them. Azuru's first title, he's no longer completely forsaken. Good on him. And little Sophie in her second season, I think. Second season? Second season. Has to be second season. Taking a big title win. Thank you for watching, you guys. Until tomorrow, which will have an Olympic event that has not happened, but will happen in 2024. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.